Coordinates: 59 degrees north 26 degrees east, 59 degrees north 26 degrees east, 59.26 in Europe. Officially the Republic of Estonia is a country in northern Europe. It is bordered to the north by the Gulf of Finland across from Finland, to the west by the Baltic Sea across from Sweden, to the south by Latvia, and to the east by Lake Peipus and Russia. The territory of Estonia consists of the mainland and of 2,222 islands on the eastern coast of the Baltic Sea, covering a total area of 45,227 square kilometers, and is influenced by a humid continental climate. Tallinn, the capital of Estonia, and Tartu are the largest cities and urban areas in the country. Other notable cities include Narva, Pärnu, Kohtla-Järve and Viljandi. The official language of the country, Estonian, is the second most spoken Finnic language. The territory of Estonia has been inhabited since at least 9000 BC. Ancient Estonians became some of the last European pagans to adopt Christianity following the Livonian Crusade in the 13th century. After centuries of successive rule by Germans, Danes, Swedes, Poles and Russians, a distinct Estonian national identity began to emerge in the 19th and early 20th centuries. This culminated in independence from Russia in 1920 after a brief war of independence at the end of World War I, where Estonians, led by General Laidoner, had to fight for their newborn freedom. Initially democratic prior to the Great Depression, Estonia experienced authoritarian rule from 1934 during the era of silence. During World War II, Estonia was repeatedly contested and occupied by Germany and the Soviet Union, ultimately being incorporated into the latter as the Estonian SSR. After the loss of its de facto independence for the Soviet Union, Estonia's de jure state continuity was preserved by diplomatic representatives and the government in exile. In 1987, after the peaceful Singing Revolution, the de facto independence was restored on 20 August 1991. Estonia is a developed country, with a high-income advanced economy, ranking very high in the Human Development Index. The sovereign state is a democratic unitary parliamentary republic divided into 15 counties. It has a population of 1.3 million, and is one of the least populous members of the European Union, the Eurozone, the OECD, the Schengen Area, NATO, and the United Nations Security Council. The name Estonia has been connected to Asthi, first mentioned by Roman historian Tacitus around 98 AD. Some historians believe he was directly referring to Balts, while others have proposed that the name applied to the entire eastern Baltic region. The Scandinavian sagas referring to Iceland were the earliest sources to use the name in its modern meaning. The toponym Estland, Iceland has been linked to Old Norse Ost, Austr meaning, the east. Human settlement in Estonia became possible 13,000 to 11,000 years ago, when the ice from the last glacial era melted. The oldest known settlement in Estonia is the Puli settlement, which was on the banks of the river Pärnu, near the town of Sindi, in southwestern Estonia. According to radiocarbon dating, it was settled around 11,000 years ago. The earliest human habitation during the Mesolithic period is connected to the Kundar culture, named after the town of Kundar in northern Estonia. At that time the country was covered with forests, and people lived in semi-nomadic communities near bodies of water. Subsistence activities consisted of hunting, gathering and fishing. Around 4900 BC, ceramics appear of the Neolithic period, known as Narva culture. Starting from around 3200 BC the corded ware culture appeared. This included new activities like primitive agriculture and animal husbandry. The Bronze Age started around 1800 BC, and saw the establishment of the first hill fort settlements. A transition from hunting, fishing, gathering subsistence to single farm-based settlements started around 1000 BC, and was complete by the beginning of the Iron Age around 500 BC. The large amount of bronze objects indicate the existence of active communication with Scandinavian and Germanic tribes. The Middle Iron Age produced threats appearing from different directions. Several Scandinavian sagas refer to major confrontations with Estonians, notably when Estonian Vikings defeated and killed the Swedish king Ingvar. Similar threats appeared to the east, where Russian principalities were expanding westward. In 1030, Yaroslav the Wise defeated Estonians and established a fort in modern-day Tartu. This foothold lasted until an Estonian tribe, the So-Sols, destroyed it in 1061, followed by their raid on Pskov. Around the 11th century, the Scandinavian Viking era around the Baltic Sea was succeeded by the Baltic Viking era, with seaborne raids by Curonians and by Estonians from the island of Saaremaa, known as Oeselians. In 1187, Estonians, Curonians and Karelians sacked Sigtuna, which was a major city of Sweden at the time. Estonia could be divided into two main cultural areas: the coastal areas of